Welcome to Holy Land Trust Virtual Tours. This is Saeed Zarzar, the Creative Manager. Today we're so happy to take you on a journey in Star Street, part of the old city of Bethlehem, with the researcher Mr. George Al-A'ma.
Welcome to Star Street, which was actually in the last 2000 years a route leading to the birthplace of Jesus Christ, and today the site of the Nativity Church. This street in the year 0 AD was only a route leading to the birthplace site of Jesus Christ. Welcome to Star Street. During the Ottoman rule over Palestine, which lasted from 1517 till 1917, the people of Bethlehem were not allowed to build on both sides of the route leading to the Nativity Church. And that's because of the oppression the Ottomans were dealing with the Palestinians and the Bethlehemites throughout the Rhine over Palestine. At the end of the rule over Palestine, in the mid-19th century, let's say, they started granting permissions for Bethlehemites to build their houses and mansions across the street. So that's why today we see a lot of important mansions and houses, which are magnificent examples of Palestinian and Bethlehemite architecture throughout the whole street. Walking through Star Street during the 19th century was a marvelous experience. People, pilgrims, tourists were crossing the street in order to reach the old city of Bethlehem, since it was the only entrance into the old city of Bethlehem and the Nativity Church site. Pilgrims and tourists would have witnessed and seen and experienced many mother-of-pearl carving workshops, many souvenir shops, and many other marvelous architectural elements and houses. The street reached the climax and the peak of its development throughout the 19th century. One of the highlights and the monuments, the main monuments across Star Street, is the building behind me, which was built on 3 stages by the late Julius Sim'an, finished in the year 1908. This building is important because our multi-talented Palestinian Jabra Ibrahim Jabra lived in that house in the building behind me for 20 years. Behind me is Qos al-Zarrara, the only remaining part of the wall, the ancient wall, which was circulating the city of Bethlehem, and it was built by the Emperor Justinian in the 6th century. In the 13th century AD, Al-Dahir Baybars, the Mamluk ruler, actually demolished the whole wall circulating Bethlehem, and what remained of this wall is the entrance behind me. It was named the Gate of Damascus, and then it was named the Qos al-Zarrara, which is the main and the only entrance into the city of Bethlehem. The main reason behind the decline of Star Street was the inauguration of the Manger Street by the Bethlehem municipality in the year 1926. When this street was opened in 1926, people, pilgrims and tourists stopped flocking and walking through Star Street. The second reason was the First Intifada, which started in 1987. The Israeli government neglected the street due to the events which used to take place in that street. And since the beginning of the First Intifada, this decline started on the commercial and the touristic level. The third reason was the Second Intifada, and it happened because of the siege of the Nativity. The whole city of Bethlehem and the Nativity Church complex was under Israeli heavy siege, and the destruction reached Star Street. Israeli tanks flocked the street, destroyed many of its monuments, and the raids of the Israeli army also harmed a lot of the commercial shops and the houses and the mansions. During the recent history, 3 major projects for the restoration of the street took place. The first one was in the year 1998-1999, and this preceded the celebrations of the year 2000, and it was funded by the Spanish government. Later on, the Second Intifada started and took place, and the street was destroyed. In the year 2005, the US aid and the US government funded another second project for the restoration of the Star Street, and it was done and completed in the year 2006. Later on, and currently, the Russian government funded the municipality for the restoration project, which is still taking place in the year 2020. As a major milestone in the history of Star Street, it was its nomination along with the Nativity Church complex to be listed on the World Heritage List of the UNESCO. This started as a governmental, national job. It started in the year 2011, and it took 2 years to accomplish the first Palestinian nomination dossier to be given to the UNESCO for the enlisting of this highly important street and the Nativity Church complex to be part of this highly prestigious, highly important World Heritage List.
Thank you so much for watching our virtual tour in the old city of Bethlehem and particularly Star Street. Two things I want to add at the end is that we're waiting for you to be part of this journey in person, hopefully in 2021 or even before. And the other thing is that we're inviting you to the summer festivity that we as Holy Land Trust lead every single year since the year 2012, Bethlehem Life Festival, that you can check more on our website www.holylandtrust.org and learn more about this festivity that brings people together from all different cultures, backgrounds, ethnicities to Bethlehem to enjoy the authenticity of Star Street first and to also celebrate life behind the apartheid walls. Thank you so much.